YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Um, Thank you for watching today. This is the next part of this 130 card Pokemon PSA submission. It's been pretty tough. Definitely curious to watch some other recent PSA reveals because it seems like I got some pretty tough grades here this time. Last time it seemed like they were more generous. This time, not so much. So I will say on this order, I did not get any upcharges, but there really hasn't been a card yet that I would have said, yeah, they should have upcharged me on that. Anyway, let's continue on. I sent this order off a year ago, over a year ago, in early August 2020. I didn't get them back till the end of August 2021, so it took a little bit over a year. I got them. This was a bulk value submission. Only cost me $9 per card to grade, which is fantastic. But if you get really bad grades, it kind of still stings. But I mean, this is good training for me, because once PSA opens up value levels again, they are going to be way higher than $9. So hopefully I'll be better at picking out cards to send in. Alright, so this one got whitening on that corner, a big white spot on that corner, a little bit, so every corner has some whitening here. Now I'm starting to wonder, I don't remember having this much whitening and stuff on my cards, so I hope they weren't rough with my cards at PSA. This is a Steelix. It's definitely off-center. It's thinner on top than the bottom. I think it could be a 9, but it's definitely in between a 9, 8, and a 9. So, oh my gosh, a 7. Yeah, this is very disheartening because that is not a 7. I'm getting some very harsh grades on this stuff. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that's a PSA 10, but it's not a 7. All right, this card definitely has a white edge on the up there. A little bit of whitening on that corner. The bottom is thicker. There's quite a bit of whitening on this edge, so this is a Gardevoir from Steam Siege. I don't see how these cards have so much whitening on the edges because these were pack pulled by me and put right in the sleeves. I don't remember seeing this much damage on the cards, but I look at cards a lot closer nowadays. I mean, it's definitely thinner on top. I mean, I don't think this could possibly get better than an 8. Another 7. Yeah, we're not turning things around here, guys. We're getting rougher grades. Definitely white corners. There's a white spot there. Gyarados, this is from Breakpoint. The front of the card looks great. Normally I'd say this could be a 9, but I bet you it's between an 8 and a 9. Hey, you got the 9. Well, this one was probably more on eye appeal that it pulled the 9 because the centering looks really good on it. And it's a nice looking card. So we did get a nice grade on that one, a 9. It wasn't a 10, that's for sure. Alright, this card got one little white tip up there in that corner. I'm looking at the edges too. Maybe a tiny little white spot there. There's a white spot there. The Glalie See, centering looks pretty decent on that one. I think it could get a 9. I don't think it's going to get a 10. Got the 9, okay? Not my favorite card, but it was a full art, so I wanted to send it in. Alright, this one. Definitely wonky centering. Definitely thicker on the top and over here than these edges here. So it's going to get counted off for centering. And there's a couple of white, tiny white spots on the corners. The Sizor EX from Breakpoint. It looks thicker on the top than the bottom. I think the best possible grade looks thinner over here also. So the best possible grade I think could be a 9. Hey, we did get the 9. So we are getting a little bit, a couple of makeup grades there that we weren't getting those earlier. All right, so box 4. Boy, we could use some big hitter, nice grade cards in this submission. Make up for some of these rougher grades here. Alright. Yeah, back of the centering is pretty bad. Very thick on the top and on the side. Edges look fine. Corners look fine. No whitening, but the centering is not good. Still Galio. You can tell it's a little bit off center. Thinner on this side. But with the condition of the back of the card, I think it could get a 9. Yeah, there's a 9. You definitely probably need to get a 10 on that card to make it worthwhile to get graded. And I just didn't vent my cards well enough here. Definitely thick on the top. Thinner on the bottom and this side. I bet you this is the Lunala that goes with that. The edges and corners look great. Oh, it's a Darkrai. Darkrai GX. Yeah, bad centering. Top is much thicker than the bottom. I think it's probably a 9. Yeah, PSA 9. That one did not deserve a 10. Alright, this card is definitely thicker on the top. The edges and corners look good. Ooh, okay. The Full Art Charizard GX. Centering looks pretty decent, but it's slightly thicker on top. And I have a bad feeling about this. Is definitely the key card of this order. In my mind, this is a weak 10, strong 9. I mean, the back is definitely, you can definitely see a thicker top of the card. But the edges and corners look fantastic. And I definitely have had recent submissions where if the card looked this good in the back, they gave it a 10. And the centering is not, like, bad. This could go either way. It could be a 9 or a 10. But it is way nicer than the other one I sent in, and it got a 9. So I really hope this gets a 10. Ah, man. I'm not getting a break here on these grades. I might think about resending this, but I don't know. The centering on the back is what probably killed it. It's very slightly thicker on top on the front, but it's definitely, you can definitely notice it on the back. That's a beautiful card though, but it would have been a weak 10, but I would have been happy with the 10 on that for sure. Jeez. Alright, same thing here. Thicker on the top, thin down here, thicker over here, thin over here. Edges look fine, corners look fine. It's a Turdinator. This is even worse centering than that Charizard, so I'm guessing this probably got a 9, an 8. Yeah. It's hard to see them giving this an 8, though, when at the back... I mean, the only problem is it's off-centered. They should not give an 8 if the only problem is centering. I mean... that wasn't going to be a 10, though, anyway, so... no biggie. This one, the centering's way nicer on the back on this one. Edges and everything look fine. It's a Lucario. The centering on the front looks good too. This is definitely better centered than those last two. So can we get a 10? Finally, got a 10. The Lucario GX from Hidden Fates. That 10 stack is way shorter than 8s and 9s though, man. Not a great submission by me. Okay, this card definitely thicker on top than the bottom, similar to the Charizard. Oh, Rayquaza. And also similar, a little bit thicker on the top than the bottom. So I'm guessing this probably got a 9. Just because it reminds me a lot of the Charizard. Wow, they gave that one a 10. Okay, wait a second. Let's look at the centerings on these two. I think the Charizard's better centered than the Rayquaza. Maybe the back's a little bit better on the Rayquaza. Yeah, this could have gone either way. It could have been. I'm going to resend this one because I think it could get a 10. I think it's worth taking a shot at it. This one did get the 10, even though I think the front centering is off a little bit. But that's a nice card to get as a 10. I'm not going to complain about it, but kind of wish that Charizard got the 10. That would have helped out. This one, there is a little bit of white on that bottom corner. It's definitely thicker on top and thicker over here. Man, I did terrible at picking out centering on these cards. Now this is one I've had for many years. Mega Manectric is way off center, very thick on the top compared to the bottom. This grader's been really rough on centering, so I'm going to say this got an 8. Hey, we got a 9. So this one did get the 9. This is a secret rare from Phantom Forces, so I bet you there aren't too many 10s of that. Okay, this card, man, this looks like it came out of a 10. There's a couple little marks in the upper edge, like that, where a 10 would be crimping it into the 10. Edges look pretty good. Centering looks pretty good. Slowbro. Man, this wasn't from a 10. So I don't know where those little issues came from. Those marks, I mean, they're going to give us an 8 because of those marks. Yep, knew it. I don't know where those could have come from. So, I don't know what happened to my package. I packaged everything very well protected. Something happened to my cards. I mean, it's the only explanation I can think of. Because I'm seeing stuff on these that I can't believe would have got there from pack fresh cards. That one has a little edge wear on the top. We've seen quite a few cards with issues on the top of the card also. And there's some whitening right there. Mega Lucario EX. It's from Furious Fists. Centering looks good on the front. It could get a 9. Yeah, it did get a 9. Definitely not 10, so take a 9 on that. Next one, again, whitening on every corner. I mean, not lots of whitening, but definitely a spot or two on every corner. Mega Steelix from Steam Siege. Very bright, shiny card. Looks great in the slab, though. This would probably be a weak 9, so I'm going to guess an 8. Yep, PSA 8. Just too much whitening on the edges on the corners. This one, again, no whitening on the edges, but it's off-centered. Thicker on the bottom, thicker on the right. It's mostly thinner on the left there. Mega Ampharos EX full art. I think that could be a 9. I didn't see a lot of whitening back there. Yeah, PSA 9. The card presents well, despite the centering on the back being so bad. This one, oh, a lot of whitening on that upper corner. A little white tip there, quite a bit there. It's a little bit thicker on top than the bottom, and a little bit thicker over here than there. Primal Kyogre EX. I think I have this in a 9, so I bet you this gets an 8 with that really bad corner. Yep, PSA 8. Still really cool looking card though. Alright, this card, now this one, you can tell it's probably from a modern set, like from Sun and Moon or newer, because edges are very clean and the corners are very clean. This is definitely not an XY generation card here. Centering looks good too. Oh yes, the Mega Charizard EX. Thank goodness the back looks good on this. Another one of the key cards for this order. Yeah, I think the centering looks pretty good. I think this could be a 10. This is a solid 10, I would say. It's not like a weak 10 or anything. Yeah, there we go. PSA 10. That helps ease some of the little sting of some of those other cards. There is a tiny little bit of whitening on that corner. The rest of it looks really good. Ooh, Mega Mewtwo. Centering looks pretty good. This could be a 10. Now, that would be a nice 10 right there. Really cool card. The Mega Mewtwo from Breakthrough. I think this could be a 10. A 9. Okay. They nailed it for that corner up there. I mean, that's the only thing wrong. That's kind of a tough grade on that because the centering looks good. The back actually looks pretty good. That's a rough 9 right there. I don't think it'd be worth trying to resend it, especially when it's going to cost a lot to resend that card. Alright, this card, edges look great. It is catty, is torqued a little bit. Because you can see it's very thick on the top, but super thick on this side and not as much there, so it's twisted a little bit. The Mega Pidgeot EX. I think it could get a 9 though. It is off-centered with that little skew or whatever you call that, but it's not terrible. Yeah, PSA 9. Alright, I can live with that one. That's from Evolutions, by the way. This card, another bad centered card. Very thick on top, thick over here, thin there, thin there. Broken record, whitening on that corner. The Mega Alakazam EX full art. You can definitely tell it's thicker on top than the bottom. Thicker over here than there. This could be a weak 9. We've heard that before in this order. Yeah, got to 9. So just had enough to get to 9 barely. Our 9 stack has actually caught up to the 8s now. This one, wow, a lot of, I don't know where this has come from. There's 3 pretty significant white rubbed areas there on the top of the card. A little bit of whitening on the bottom 2 corners. Whitening up here. thicker on the bottom than the top. Mega Gardevoir EX. That's a shame. That's a beautiful card, but it's going to be a very weak 9 if it gets a 9. Oh, got the 9. Wow, I'm really surprised that got a 9 with that upper edge right there. Okay, well, there's a 9. So something to build on. All right, this one, back card looks really good. Centering looks fine. The Muck and a Lone Muck. It's hard to tell the centering on these Rainbow Rares, but I think it is very slightly thicker on the bottom. But this could get a 10. PSA 9. Yeah, I should have known. I think they were a little too rough on that one. I think that could have got a 10. And it's just not. It's not going to be a card. It's going to be worth cracking out and trying for a 10 on. So just kind of, that's what it is. It is what it is. Pretty bad white spots on these two corners there. Thicker on top. The Tauros GX. Yeah, there's no way this is a 10. That's got to be a 9 or worse. 8. God. Sorry for frustration, guys, but man, it's like almost every time it's like a in between grades. I'm getting the lower end of the grade there. All right, we'll go ahead and stop there. We'll probably do 2 more videos because we have a box. Our last 2 boxes that are going to be coming up. All right, stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and even though they're not banger grades all the time, it's still fun to check these, and hopefully we finish strong. All right, stay tuned for more videos.